G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad, Peter G Show.
What sparked that divorce for you?
He hit middle age.
Honey boo boo. Ah, honey boo boo. She can do it, I can do it. You're blessed.
Yeah.
He's on the line right here if you don't know. Just letting you know.
Freaking hate it. You have to go through the grind and just punching in and punching out.
This ain't good.
That began, a really incredible run.
Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. I am Sam. I am Sam. Sam I am. That's Sam I am, that's Sam I am. I do not like that Sam I am. Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like green eggs and ham. Would you like them here or there? I would not like them here or there. I would not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a house? Would you like them with a mouse? I do not like them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you like them in a box? Would you eat them with a fox? Not in a box, not with a fox, not in a house, not with a mouse. I would not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I would not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Would you, could you, in a car, eat them, here they are. I would not, could not, in a car. You may like them, you will see, you may like them in a tree. I would not, could not in a tree, not the car, you let me be. I do not like them in a box, I do not like them with a fox, I do not like them in a house, I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there, I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham, I do not like them, Sam I am. A train, a train, a train, a train. Could you, would you on a train? Not on a train, not in a tree, not in the car, Sam, let me be. I would not, could not in a box. I could not, would not with a fox. I will not eat them with a mouse. I will not eat them in a house. I will not eat them here or there. I would not eat them anywhere. I do not eat green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. Say, in the dark, here in the dark, would you, could you, in the dark? I would not, could not, in the dark. Would you, could you, in the rain? I would not, could not, in the rain. Not in the dark, not on a train, not in the car, not in a tree. I do not like them, Sam, you see. Not in a house, not in a box, not with a mouse, not with a fox. I will not eat them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. You do not like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. Could you, would you with a goat? I would not, could not with a goat. Would you, could you on a boat? I could not, would not on a boat. I will not with a goat. I will not eat them in the rain. I will not eat them on a train. Not in the dark, not in a tree, not in a car. You let me be. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I will not eat them in a house. I do not like them with a mouse. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. You do not like them? Say, so you say. Try them, and you may. Try them, and you may, I say. Sam, if you will let me be, I will try them, you will see. Say, I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam I am. I would eat them in a boat, and I would eat them with a goat. And I will eat them in the rain, and in the dark, and on a train, and in a car, and in a tree. They are so good, you see. So I will eat them in a box. I will eat them with a fox. I will eat them in a house. I will eat them with a mouse. And I will eat them here and there. Say, I'll eat them anywhere. I do so like green eggs and ham. Thank you, Sam I am. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy your day. Welcome, everybody. Sunday night, Life with Peter G. Peter G. I am. I do not like green eggs or Spam. I like doing this show. There's that sound. How the hell is everybody? So strange, man. I get really, my head spins before we start. Once we start, the nitrous kicks in. It's great to be here. It's good to be alive. Lots to talk about. You know, for those of you who think, you know, you got a lot of problems, everybody's got problems, and we talk about them here. I'm going to talk about some because I like speaking about these things because it's a lesson. Sharing stories. Reason I put Republican California House of Representative leader Kevin McCarthy. The man sat and read Cat in the Hat, Green Eggs and Ham. This guy's got some guts. I don't know if anybody has seen him lately. He gets up and he speaks his mind. I mean, when is enough, people? When is this shit gonna stop? It seems like nobody has anything better. Well, not anybody, nobody, but too many have nothing better to do but pick every stinking little thing apart that nobody would even pay attention to until it's brought up. And even then, it's like, it's stupid. Last week, it was Mr. Potato Head. This week, it's Dr. Seuss. The last month, it was something else. We have the Aunt Jemimas and the, you know, enough. But I've been watching Kevin McCarthy. He's Bakersfield, California's representative for California for the House of Representatives. He's got a lot of, he's not afraid to say stuff, and I got to give him credit because there's some things that need to be said. So my hat's off to him. And he sat there. Don't you remember as a kid, your teachers reading these books to you and then turning around and showing you each page? I know he wanted to do it, but you know, he was reading and it took 5 minutes to read. And you watched every page and you saw every goofy little drawing and it entertained you. And those books that they took off the shelf because they had some kind of weird cartoonish jungle, you know, characters that made no sense whatsoever unless you wanted to analyze it and start, you know, attaching it to people and ethnic. ethnicities. Sorry, haven't used the word yet today. Got to warm up the tongue. You know, it's stupid. It's just stupid. When is it going to stop? You guys got to speak. You know, the only way people are going to like stop this nonsense is if you stop this nonsense. If you allow it to happen, it's going to happen. Speaking of happening, we got a show tonight. I got a lot to talk about. I'm going to tell you why, too. I hope you guys are sharing. I'm going to ask you guys a favor. Just go to the Peter G Show YouTube page, and it's just one quick button. Subscribe. Just hit it. I'm backing myself up for things. Things are changing. Believe me. Things change weekly. I get all kinds of surprises, sometimes anticipated, sometimes not so anticipated. I'm glad everything's working today. Had to switch up stuff. It's just everything always is, you know, a challenge. But just hit the subscribe button. It's what you don't even have to type anything. You just hit it and boom, you're in. Just for backup, if you care. If you don't care, I mean, look, I watch many things that I don't subscribe to, and shame on me too. But if you watch me consistently, then just do it, because I don't know. It just, for some reason, I'm starting to pay attention to something I never used to pay attention to, and maybe I should. I've done it a long time ago, but as they say, better late than never. Speaking of things that are happening, I want to tell you real quick, take a second. I could not be here if it wasn't for my beloved Bolt Energy, and I'll let myself and Pepsi tell us all about it. Hey everybody, Peter G from the Peter G Show and my friend Pepsi right here. Hey, we're here to tell you today about my beloved Bolt Energy.
Bolt Energy.
Bolt Energy. Electrify your senses. Did you know that, Pepsi?
I did not know that.
Yeah, electrify your senses. Bolt Energy has no preservatives.
No preservatives?
No, and it's enriched with antioxidants and vitamins.
Antioxidants.
It's a cleaner energy drink.
Cleaner.
That's right.
Nice.
And, you know, a couple little tidbits you might not know, because
Yes.
I don't talk about it very often, but the Apollo mission, man on the moon.
Man on the moon. To the moon, Alice.
Bolt Energy.
Moon.
That's right.
Electrified.
That's right. If you would have looked in their storage bins, what do you think you would have found?
Bolt Energy.
Bolt Energy. Ask for it in stores, Bolt Energy, and tell them the Peter G Show sent you. How's that?
Hey, Peter G.
All right. Peace out. Love you guys.
Peace.
And that's a fact. Bolt Energy. Tell them the Peter G Show sent you. No preservatives. I like that. Try to find an energy drink that has no preservatives. I'll save you the trouble. You're not going to find any. Only in Bolt Energy. As always, I'm going to pop open a can. Please stand by. All I need. My Bolt Energy people are workout fanatics. They wanted to develop a cleaner energy drink, and they did. I like the way it tastes. I like it cold, especially. But again, all natural. Doesn't get you all jacked up and then give you a heavy crash. So, can't find Bolt Energy, go to www.drinkboltenergy, and I forgot to do that. Shame on me. I'm a little bit slow, folks. Go to www.drinkboltenergy and ask the Bolt Energy people. Say, hey, where can I find this Bolt Energy Peter G from the Peter G Show speaks of? They'll know what I'm talking about, or what you're talking about. Sometimes I wonder if they know what I'm talking about. I got news for you. Sometimes I wonder if I know what I'm talking about, but I do. It all makes sense right up here. Anyway, go ask them for it. It's good stuff. They're growing. Rome wasn't built in a day, but you know, all good things eventually bear fruit. All right. Where are we? We're right here. Did I tell you it's really great to be here? I'm going to talk about I got so many things I want to talk about. I kind of got things lined up, but my head starts pulling different directions, and it's like, okay, talk about this. No, I'm going to try to stay focused here. This is what happens when I got too many things to bitch about. And again, let me define the word bitching on this show, or ranting. Ranting is educational, okay? I tell you these things because they need to be heard to be used as examples. Speaking of examples, such as the Dr. Seuss stuff, you know, and just freaking ridiculous. I mean, very ridiculous. But we're not through. In fact, I think this ridiculousness is, it's just starting to get a groove. There's people that have nothing else to do. This, I guess, the word, once again, cancel culture, whatever. I like, I wish that word didn't exist. There's no boundaries anymore. Or actually, they're creating major boundaries, but they're just ridiculous boundaries. I'll give you a reason. So, I'll be touching back and forth. Lots of stuff to talk about. In the meantime, should anybody have something seriously that they want to get off their chest that's just irking them throughout the show, I'm going to talk about what I'm talking about. But if you got something serious that you want to get off your chest that really needs to get, it needs to be heard. And again, don't feel like you're putting yourself out there. Nobody knows who you are. Number two, don't think like you're the only one with this problem. There could be, and I guarantee there's a gazillion people with the same type of issues that might need to listen to hear somebody speak of something that they can relate to. It's kind of like why I do this show. I want to be relatable. Somewhere between my 3 and 3 million, there's people out there that go, yeah, I get it. Me too. I get it. But that's what I want to do. I don't want to say just hi, how you doing tonight? I want something that's like, there's just some major, I don't care what it is. It could be personal, it could be work related, it could be world related, because otherwise I got some stuff. I got stuff. I had to start writing things down. Usually I can hold it all in my head, but that's how I'm emptying my bucket tonight. And I'm going to tell you why about that too. But in a minute. Excuse me. For those of you who might keep up on Facebooks, LinkedIn's, and Instagrams and stuff like that, I've been posting a few. I just finally got off my ass and committed myself after a very, very long time to getting out and trying to pick up my wind to start walking and hiking, making the time to go do this. Now, it's not that I've not wanted to do it. I used to be in great shape, but then again, I think a lot of you can all say that at one point in your life. I was in great shape for a good portion, for the majority of my life. But as I'm getting older, I'm getting busier and more bogged down with things. And I have to pick and choose what I want to do with my time. But yet, isn't your health important? I mean, you got to live. If you can't live, then, but I've been okay. I just haven't been killing it. You know what I mean? And I've known my wind has gone down. I know even my strength. I've been mostly a pretty strong guy most of my life. Played drums. I built up real quick, but it gets harder. No doubt about it. I eat crappy and good. I can't help it. I'm a sucker for, I like, junk foods, and not junk foods, but food. And I have this habit about when I like something, I keep eating it, and then I don't even feel it like I'm full until about 10, 15 minutes after I overdid it, and then I start going into, dive bomb mode. Now, when I was younger, again, everybody can relate to this, I could put it away and then still go and play for another, hour and a half, 2 hours straight. And then I remember older guys that I was with at the time playing or something, and they're like, aren't you going to eat? And I was like, nah. I go, why don't you want to eat? Because I just don't eat before I play. I know why now. I mean, I know I'm doing this just for the show now too. I'll be miserable. Crazy. Because, I've been around a lot of these younger guys that are all workout. They're going to the gym and they're all, man, you got to do it. This is that. I go, dude, when I was 25, I wasn't just like them. I said, but you're 25. I get it. All the time in the world, even though you got a million things going on, somehow you make it work out. I get it. Anyway, I started hiking. So I started posting. And the reason I do things like that, it's not to say, oh, look at me. I do it for me in my selfish, unselfish way. When I decided to move to LA, which will be 30 years this coming April 5th, it's a long time. 30 years ago, coming up real soon, next month, I moved to Los Angeles. 2 years prior to doing that, when I made up my mind I was going to do it, I started telling everybody that I was going to do it. Now, why? Well, number one, I was happy that I was going to do it. I made this decision that I was going to do it. But in my years of being a musician from where I was growing up, I've seen a good handful of people wanting to come out to Hollywood and, we're going to go out to Hollywood. We're going to make it. We're going to make it. Dreams. It's what life is built on. At least I like to think so. It starts with dreams, and we're going to get into that later too, because it's all going to lead to the main event here tonight. So I told everybody, and then I needed time. It took me 2 years to get money up, to save enough money. I wanted to have a good bit of money, and knowing when I got here, I didn't know what I was going to do. You just don't walk into LA and go, here I am, even though you think so. Still, I had that much sensibility about me. Even though I was meeting people, because I was regionally touring back then, and I was meeting people and saying, hey, I'm going to be coming out to LA, and I was building, acquaintances and friendships, and had phone numbers and things like that. But still, when you get here, it's like everybody's busy doing their thing. They try to help you out, but it takes a while. The thing is, I told everybody I was moving because I wanted to make sure that when I said I was going, I was going. Because I used to see people that would go, oh, screw this town. This town sucks. I'm tired. There's nothing going on and blah, blah, blah. They'd leave. And about 3-4 months later, you'd hear rumors that so-and-so's back in town. It's like, they're back? I go, yeah. I go, I thought he moved to Hollywood. He was going to go in, 3-4 months. He's already back? Yeah. I wasn't going to be that guy. So I told everybody. So that's the way I'm kind of wired, just like this show. When I decided I was going to do this show, I started telling everybody. I still do, because I believe in it. I believed I was going to move to LA. I did. I believed I was going to do this show. I did. I'm doing it. But the thing was, I had to start. And if you don't believe, you don't do. So I tell everybody because I want everybody to know, it's like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to do it. So the same thing with walking. As simple as it may sound, my shins are killing me. Killing me. You wake up in the morning, it's like, oh, not like being 25, Especially, I'll tell you, the hardest thing about starting this slow physical exercise is that you're so bad out of shape that you don't want to go because it's going to kick your ass. So I started. I finally committed. My daughter, I tell you, she bought me some new running shoes. I don't run, but I've never liked running, but I walk in them. And God bless her. Because I've been telling her I want to do it, and she was kind enough. She bought my. It's like I didn't need to. I could buy my own shoes, but the thing was, she bought me shoes, and it's like, okay, you know what? Even more of a reason I'm going to get up and I got to start doing this. And surprisingly, I started out okay. Now I started out this week I've been doing about 5 miles a day. It takes me about 2 hours. And I decided to go up some hills. If you saw any of the pictures, and it's hilly. It's hard. I had to, a couple of hills I had to stop in the middle. It's like, wait a minute. And the phone rang, I'm listening to music. That's one thing. It clears your head. I got to tell you, I forgot what I was missing. When you're standing up in this environment on these trails and seeing big old open sky, I was trying to see if I could see the ocean from where I was at, but not yet. Haven't found the right hill. But, it kind of like, wow, I've forgotten the beauty and the I don't want to say gusto, but it's just, you wish you could do it, but it's just like, and yesterday, I almost didn't make it out the door because I was bogged down with, I got to do this first, and then I got to do this first, and I got to do this first. And then I was like, shit, it's already, almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But I got out there, and thank God I got out there. Once I got out there, I did it, and I stayed out for almost 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 20 minutes, doing the same 5 miles. But I went up. I told you, I did some hills. I took breaks. I was on the phone while I was up there, but at least I did something. But anyway, I did that. And but here's what freaks me out. So I'm kind of fortunate, and you guys, I don't know if anybody does anything, but it has to do with people in general out in public with the masks. Now, I'm in a very wide open area. We have sidewalks that are 15 feet wide just for being able to walk and do all this kind of stuff where I live. I'm very fortunate. I'll never stop saying I'm very grateful. I am. But there are people who are walking by themselves 20 feet away, and then that's only when you're passing them. The rest of the time, they're all by themselves, and they got a friggin' mask on. They're breathing their own CO2, and it's like, what is the... I'd love to know, and I wanted to, but I just go, you know what, I can't do that. But I'd love to know what the ideology, what the theory is in there, that somebody would subject themselves to wearing a mask while they're all by themselves. It's just like wearing it in the car by yourself or something stupid like that. I've seen way too much of that. I'm sure you have too. Now, again, I believe if you believe that the mask is, important, I get it. Then be careful, be cautious, do all that stuff. But you're out it's a beautiful day out, 70 degrees at least, if not more. Everybody's spaced out. And then I see some people. It's bad enough. I mean, not only is it like we have 15-foot sidewalk, then we have bike lane in the roads. Some of these people, they're oncoming and they're coming at you. They're coming at you and they see you from, down the street. They start getting closer to you. They step off the sidewalk, this big ass sidewalk. Now I'm on one end because I see them coming. I said, I'm trying to be courteous. So I go to one end just because some people got their dogs or whatever. That's not good enough. They step off the sidewalk, go into the bike path lane, practically into the friggin' road around you, like you're the plague, like they're protecting themselves now. And I just don't get it for the life of me. I just don't. Why? And it's like, I don't wear a mask when I'm out there. I put one in my pocket just in case for some strange, weird reason. I've been bringing one with me, but I'll be damned if I'm going to wear a mask. There's nobody around. I'm by myself walking. Even when I'm passing somebody at 3 feet or 10 feet, it's like, hey, how you doing? We're looking at each other. We're not sitting there having a spitting contest. It blows my mind. It just blows my mind. Can anybody relate to that? Is it just me? Again, blows my mind. Just wanted to get that off my chest and tell you why. I don't want to. I'll slow down on the pictures and stuff like that. But I just want to say, hey, you know what? I'm doing this so you can hold me accountable and I can hold myself accountable. I don't expect any big giant results. I'm taking it slow. There's no doubt about it. I'm going to work on my wind first and my legs at the same time. And then we'll start going for upper body strength a little bit at a time. And then we'll go do the whole package. But I'm just going to be thankful I can get out there and go do it. Again, it doesn't get any easier as you get older. And having the time to do it. It's another thing. I have other responsibilities, believe it or not. Sitting around watching TV is not in the program on this for this guy. Anyway, there you go. On a happier note, last night, after my daughter finished up with all the things she had to do, I made her commit to spending the evening with me to watch movies, which we never do. We just don't have the time. She may watch them at home with her mother or something like that, but our lives are just go, go, go. We have dinners and stuff together, but to sit, we watched 2 movies last night, and I'm going to tell you why we watched 2. I wanted her to see the new Coming to America, but I first wanted her to watch the old Coming to America with Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall. That movie, Coming to America, is 32 years old. So, I watched it by accident back about 6 months ago. Just for, it's a cute movie. It was fun. It was a fun movie. But I wanted her to see the first one first. And then, so the whole thing is, my daughter's 15. It's like, what's she going to think of it? I think it's funny or a decent movie. But, what we think now, culture is just kind of different. My daughter sends me all these kind of memes that she thinks are hilarious. And I just look at her and go. So I went and got her. We had to make our rounds. She does horse cleaning and things like that. She's got a job, kind of. Actually, it's a job. She's committed. She has to do things every day, and she gets paid. And after that, I took her for her rounds, and then we came home, and then I cooked, and we watched the first Eddie Murphy Coming to America, and then we watched the second one. We had dinner real quick, and then we watched the second one. She thought the second one was better than the first. I'm glad I saw a few people reviewing the Coming to America and saying, it's not as good, this and that. I think it was decent. I mean, for what it is, Amazon's got it together. Amazon makes some major movies, and then they just put them out there, and they go, "Here you go, people, watch." So, I kind of got to give them credit on that. How they, they'll somehow or another, they spent some money. They had to. The wardrobe design and stuff like that had to cost a fortune, but it was all good. But it was funny. You know what I mean? And so she said, I think I like the second one better. I said, yeah, but you couldn't have laughed as much in the second one had you not seen the characters from the first one, because they repeated. They came back 30 years later, older. Mr. Charlie Watson and this banging sexual chocolate. Yeah. And again, some of those things 30 years ago were pretty funny. Now I'm surprised, we're not going to get criticized. And it's like, you shouldn't play that. You're going to ban that movie too. Not even bad too. These are black guys making fun of black stuff, and it's funny. That's why you do it. It's called comedy. White stuff, black stuff, it's comedy. There's a difference when you mean something and when you're playing around because you're entertaining. So anyway, I ended up, by the time we finished, like 11:30 at night. She's got to get up at 7 in the morning. Not me. That was just, this morning was I slept in a little bit because it's a full day to get to this point. That's how everybody's doing. But you know what I forgot to do? Again, if anybody's got anything that they want to get off their chest, you can call me, 818-259-7983. If you got something you really want to get off your chest that's eating at you, that you want to share with people, you can call me. I need to put that over there. But otherwise, I'm going to talk about why I'm here talking by myself tonight. Uno momento. When you hear strange noise, I hear strange noises in my house too. The house settles. It's weird. 2 a.m. You hear banging noises. Anyway, it's another story. I was supposed to have a guest tonight on this show. Had it all lined up over a month ago. Going to have a guest. And I was kind of excited. I wouldn't have these people if I didn't think that they're of worth, so to speak. Now, I'm going to tell this story, and I'm not going to name this person, male or female, or what they do, kind of, or what, but I'm going to tell this story because it's about principle. And this is coming from I thought was a consummate professional. So on Thursday morning, I'm up crack of dawn because I'm driving my daughter around to go do her chores for these horses that she cleaned, barns and this and that. And I just kind of hang around, and I don't mind doing that because I like being with her and it gets me up. But in the meantime, I'm working stuff off my phone. I'm phone calls, texts, everything else. So I text this person and I said, hey, just want to see if you got any promo shots or anything so I can do for, usually I start promoting the following Sunday show, this Sunday show, March 7th. And if you got something, I can throw out there of, I would like to use it. Now, again, this show was going to be about some Hollywood stuff. I thought Hollywood stuff would be interesting because I think a lot of people have preconceived notions about Hollywood, sparkling streets and Hollywood Boulevard and Sunset and all that kind of stuff. And the truth is, when you get here, it's kind of sometimes farthest from the truth. I know when they do the walking the red carpets and all that, but you got to understand that stuff is all thrown together and put together for one night for several hours, and then it's rolled up and it all goes away. They can create anything they want. It's Hollywood, and you don't even have to be in Hollywood to create that look and all that. But it's Hollywood. That's what dreams and acting and all that stuff was built on. So this person was going to be on the show because this person does a lot of on one of my social networks that I belong to, does a lot of posts. I mean, probably 5 to 6 posts, and I'm probably being conservative. 5 to 6 posts a day about the do's and don'ts in making it in Hollywood, so to speak. I mean, really, really hardcore. Not the so much positive stuff. The like, if you think you're going to come in and do this, well, then you're only kidding yourself. And really, really straight kick in the head about the factual stuff of Hollywood. I mean, really hard-nosed stuff. But I thought it'd be interesting because I wanted to see what they're coming from, because this person's in the business. From what I gathered, I've been following this person, kind of reading stuff for quite some time. That's why I asked this person if they'd be on the show. And they said yes, over a month ago. So Thursday morning, I text and I say, hey, I can use this or that. And this person says, great. Can you pull it off of this and that? I said, sure. I said, I just want something I can throw some, text over and I go, it's going to be really great. I said, then after the show's over, I said, a lot of this stuff is going to run and, into reruns, and I'll probably, clip a couple of clips as I always do on this show. Those of you who watch. The show's over. It goes into, you can watch it on demand on YouTube. You can watch it on LinkedIn. You can watch it on Facebooks. And then you can see little mini clips on all those 3 as well through the week. And even Instagram. Twitter too, I think. All of a sudden, this person texts me back and says, hey, are you going to be recording this show? And I said, well, theoretically, I'm not recording it, but I said we're streaming live. But the thing is, it's kept. It goes out and it lives on. I said, this is the beauty of it. It lives on. I said, because a lot of people, my New York, my East Coast people, a lot of people would say, Peter, I love your show, but I can't stay up. I got to get up early in the morning. But I'll watch your show later during the week, which I love that. I don't care how and when you watch me, so long as you watch. All of a sudden, there's some silence, when we're only texting. And I get a text back and this person says, you know what? I'm really, really sorry, but I didn't know you were recording this and I can't do the show. Now I'm like looking at it like, what am I looking at? I'm at the barn too, and I'm kind of redoing this, and the daughter's doing her thing, and I'm like talking out loud because I'm starting to like flip. Because I take this personally. I kind of do. Which is another one of my flaws as being a caring human being. But I'm going, what do you mean you can't do the show? This person then says, look, I'm really sorry, but I had no idea you were recording the show, and I don't want to be recorded. And I go back, I don't understand. I said, it's streaming live. It's streaming live. It's when you're streaming, it just doesn't go out there and get erased. Things go out, and everything in life is captured nowadays. I mean, let's face it, what kind of world we live in. And another thing, I'm going, and why would you care? This person was getting ready to promote a book. That was the reason I was going to do this, because this person was going to do a book about making it in Hollywood and not making it in Hollywood. I'm not even going to say the title. I thought it was a pretty funny title too, and it would have been interesting. So I said, I'm really, really confused. I said, and this is my biggest problem. During this whole back and forth, if this person could have just enlightened me to help me understand why they were canceling the show, just not, I don't want to be recorded, and I didn't know I was going to be recorded. And then maybe I'd understand a little bit more to not get so upset about it. But here's the thing. You had a month. You had more than a month. You're a professional. You accepted the invite to come on as a guest onto this show a month ago. Professional person. Did you not know what you were walking into? I post a lot, as you guys know. We advertise a lot. We do clips of the show all during the week, every single week, like clockwork. How can you not miss what I do? This person said, I didn't know you were doing that. So I'm starting to I'm pacing. My daughters go, Dad, what's wrong? I go, nothing. I go, I'll tell you in a minute. So I'm back and forth, and I'm going back and forth. And now I don't want to start being a pest, but I was just hoping that I would get a reasonable understanding to what's going on, and that we could come to some agreement. Because it's like, how do you do a show? Even if you do a radio show, when you're on the radio, somewhere that radio show is being captured. You go on to any of these national radio shows, they got the recordings that you could listen to them later. I know. I've been on them. Even like AM radio talk shows and things like that. You go onto their website, it's like listen live now or listen to the past, all that kind of stuff. Nothing is organically just destroyed and never to be heard again, or practically nothing. But this person was very adamant and said, I'm really sorry, Peter, but I can't do it. Then I'm thinking, it's like, again, the why. Are you not who you are? You talk a big talk, you criticize and you give people hell, and you got a book coming out. Don't you want to promote your book? Who wouldn't want to promote their book? Even on my little old show. For my vast majority, especially, I said, as it lives on, it gains momentum. That's how I pick up my 3 or 3 million, because it's trying to flail my hands. You might think I'm Italian. It picks up momentum. People want to see the shows. They see them at their convenience. Why wouldn't you want to promote? You wrote a book. Don't you want somebody to read it? What are you writing it for? Yourself? This person said, I'm sorry. Then I just left the blank. Because I don't want to keep going back and forth. I'm pretty pissed because I'm going, you're not practicing what you preach. I read a lot of your stuff and you're not practicing what you preach. But I'm not going to force you. I'm pissed because it's 2 days less, a little more than 2 days before you're supposed to be on this show. I can go get somebody else. I always have a backup plan, but I shouldn't have to. It's like, shame on you. A month ago, then I get something and this person says, my assistant doesn't have a great command of the English language and just didn't inform this person properly. Something like that. And I'm thinking to myself, now I'm really calling bullshit. Because I've not talked to any assistant. I've been talking / texting to you. You gave me your personal phone number. Talk to me. I don't know anything about an assistant. I know that when I get asked to be on a show, I go look and see what that show is all about. To see if I'm going to get tore up or somebody really wants me on the show for, some kind of decent benefits. I don't get it. So that really was like, okay, now, and then so I just left it. I quit talking because it's at this point I'm the Titanic's going down, ship's sinking, my ship. I'm telling people, I'm getting ready to start, doing promos, and I thought it would be a really interesting show. I did, but no, weird, just very, very strange. This is the crap I got to put up with. Again, and it'd be different if it was just some camera shy, normal person that just doesn't really feels insecure about talking about something last minute, gets cold feet or something. This was a professional. This was somebody who does this for a living. So that was that. And my daughter's looking at me, and she said, Dad, why you let it bother you? She says, people are strange. I go, I get it, but they're messing with my life, so to speak, for my show, for you guys. I do this, for me, for you, for everyone. And then it'd be different if we had talked about it. And then they said, well, you know what? No, it's not what I'm interested in. But to confirm a month prior. And then we talked the week before. And it's like, you don't even take a second to look at what you're going to be doing. Ridiculous. So I'm really starting to question who this person is. And is this person as big as they think they are? Or I don't know. But see, at the same time, I'm going, I know if I piss this person off, I'll get one of those, you'll never work in this town again. That's why. But I had to tell the story because, see, there's a reason behind the story. It's like, do what you say and say what you do. If you want to make it in this business, you got to be real. You got to, your word is pretty important. Pretty important. I'm going to tell you another reason why. Because this person sucks the life out of the dreamers. I mean, really, when this person does these posts, they're all hardcore, hard ass. If you think you're going to come to Hollywood and be sitting, and by the pool and this and that, I got news for you. And it's true. That's true. I mean, but let them find out. It's great to have some tips. But, it all started on dreams. If it wasn't for dreams, nobody would be in any business, any kind of. We wouldn't be driving cars. There wouldn't be Land Rovers. There wouldn't be rovers on Mars right now. It's all about dreams. It just blew my mind because hardcore. I mean, just really, really. There's like hardly is there like really positive stuff. It's always like the hardcore. I hired this person, but this person challenged me, and even though he did a good job, I'll never hire him again because he challenged me or whatever. It's like, oh well. And I just figured, I want to tell this story because I hadn't had this in a while. Again, had it come from just your average person, fan or something, might have been a different story, but not from a so-called professional. That really drove me nuts because I just couldn't believe it. I'm going, what the hell is wrong with people nowadays? You commit and then you don't do it. I'm going to quit ranting on that, but this is the main rant. And the reason being is I'm sharing the story is because you need to know that when you say you want to do something, just go do it. In life in general. Don't leave people high and dry, or at least make sure you have a legitimate reason so that way people can understand. I think that's my hardest problem. I still don't get it. I don't understand. I don't want to be recorded. I can't do your show. What are you afraid of and what are you hiding from? Some people don't want to come on camera. Okay, I'll bring you on the phone. Either way, any way you want to do it. But it wasn't even about that. It was just, can't do your show. Sorry. Had no idea. So that's why I'm sitting here today. And then that's why I started walking, and I'm walking, after I drop my daughter off, I go home, I change and cause she had more things she had to do. And I said, I got to get out. And I started walking and my head is spinning and I'm going, and then I'm thinking like, Peter, you can't dwell on this stuff, but this is what I do because it's stupid. And I'm walking and I'm trying to, I'm putting in, listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan. I'm listening to all this stuff and it's like, great. But then, I keep just like fading in and out from the music to my head going, what the hell is wrong with this person? Blew my mind. But the biggest deal is I want to tell you people also, there's a lot of hard ass people out there. I'm kind of like middle of the road. I understand both sides of the whole coin. But for any reasons, you guys have dreams and you want to do something, common sense is really, really a big deal. You got to have common sense. I think the biggest thing when I came out to Los Angeles was that I didn't realize that you need to keep on adjusting because what you think in your head isn't going to be, and that goes for like jobs, that goes anything, never mind Los Angeles, anything. You have a preconceived notion in your head and that's good because you get, but listen to people, see what's going on. You don't always have to listen to the negative people, but you listen to both. See, I can bitch about stuff and still keep on going. A lot of people get bummed out and they quit. A lot of quitters. I bitch about stuff because it makes me stronger because I just bring it out to the forefront and face it. But I'm always open for change. I don't like it, just like this show when we had to change the whole format and everything. But at the end of the day, it's like, unfortunately, there's a piece of me going, God, I wish we had done this sooner, but I didn't know. It's just life. It just takes that step in life. Maybe I'm a little bit later, better sooner than later, though. Or better late than never. Never mind, sooner or later. If I was sooner, I wouldn't be saying that. Better late than never. And that's the problem. A lot of people are never. They get bummed out. Just listen to the good and bad and then decide, but don't stop following your dreams. I'm telling you, not everybody gets second chances. And if you do, you do. But time flies. Can't believe I've been here 30 years next month. We'll talk about that. next month. Okay, that was my main rant. My main rant. But this is the thing. One more. This person said to me, I really, because I kind of cut the conversation off. I felt I said way too much as it was. Then I get a text and I didn't see it, but it ended up showing up and said, this person said, I thought your show was like a Clubhouse thing. What the hell is Clubhouse? Anybody know what Clubhouse is? I looked it up. I see the app. I don't understand it because, again, I'm a little bit in the background. I'm too busy keeping up with what I'm doing to be, I'm going to have people that are up on the future. I know this Clubhouse thing is something new. I see all these people going, find me at Clubhouse. I really would like to know, but only if you really know what Clubhouse is, give me a call, 818-259-7983. I want to know what is all entailed because I need to jump out. We can multi-stream to several more places. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I'm going to go, to a few places once I find the happening spots. But I don't know what Clubhouse is. I looked at it. I tried to understand it. I didn't really give it a whole lot of time. I'm busy. But that was the last thing this professional said. I thought it was a Clubhouse thing. I thought you were on Clubhouse. It's like, how the hell you thought that blows my mind too, because even if, we're on the same social media, you can easily see what I'm doing and it ain't Clubhouse, whatever Clubhouse is. Anyway, but if anybody knows what Clubhouse is, and while we're doing this show live, in fact, you can even send me an IM later if, when the show's off, because people will be watching the show through life. By then, I'll probably know what the hell it is. Mind-boggling. And I just share that because it's more about everyday life. Just pisses me off. But I'm a professional. I'll rise above it. Anyway, so somebody sent me something, a quick little snip the other day. These guys that I kind of play music with once in a while. They always send around all these little joking things, but it just reminded me of some old days in my life watching other bands in these little bars or something and drunken stupors and things like that. And I saw it and it just I go, wow, this is trippy. And it's your, if you want to see what happens when you're playing the Rolling Stones' Brown Sugar and the singer's having a hard time thinking that the drummer's dragging or something and his tempo's not right. These are the do's and don'ts, and these are why so many bands don't stay together, because it's like being married to many people at one time. And that's a big deal, being in a band. That's why so many great bands break up, because one can't get along with the other, and the other two are great, and it's got to be the all in or nothing, that combination, that magic. Now, I'm not going to say that there's any magic in this band. I'm going to show you real quick, but you got to give... but... These things do happen. It's don't try this at home, folks. But all I'm telling you is, like, don't piss the drummer off because if you think he's dragging, have a discussion about it after the gig. Otherwise, things like this may incur. So kick back and enjoy. Want to watch it again? Maybe because the first time I watched it, it's like you got to take it in. Here, no, don't mention it. Come on. Let's pick it apart. So the drummer's playing. The band, you see the bass player. You don't see the whole, I don't know where the guitar player is. They slowly, when shit's going down, one instrument at a time just started dropping out like, holy crap. The singer gets in the drummer's face. I guess that this isn't the first time, and he's had enough. He immediately jumps out of his seat and pushes the singer. Now, you see him off camera. You can't see him, but I'm pretty sure the little blonde guy that gave the drummer the finger, he got pushed down. He went down. But he got back up again. And then he proceeded to try to take some drum equipment to beat the drummer up with. One more time, just because I don't know. It brings back some. What I've seen stuff like this. Again, you can't make this shit up. I'm sorry. I saw it since yesterday, and I'm still laughing at it. I mean, it happens a lot. And you're hearing, and the guitar player just all of a sudden it's like, and then they're moving out of the way. It's like, look out. And the band played on. I just thought I'd little entertainment, being that I had lots of stuff through the weeks. I'm always saving up stuff I want to tell you about. But I saved some of this stuff because, again, it's just like, again, the way life's going. But anybody wants to get anything off their chest one last time, because I'm going to actually get out of here on time, I think, tonight, because I can. I don't mind taking the show over, but if you got something you want to get off your chest, 818-259-7983. I'm listening. A few weeks ago, I saw a thing that the Mavericks, is it the Dallas Mavericks basketball? I forget. But the Mavericks, they weren't going to play the national anthem. This is stuff that irks me, getting it off my chest. They weren't going to play the national anthem at their basketball games. In a few games, they did not play the national anthem. It's like, what the hell? They said they didn't have to play the national anthem, so they're not going to. Again, when you understand when I start doing my rants about taking knees during the national anthem and all this kind of stuff, and then not playing the national anthem, and well, I tell you my reason. I understand freedom of speech. That's what people died for freedom of speech, but also they died for, and it represents that flag in the national anthem. And all I'm saying is, if you want to do something, do it with anything other than our national anthem or our flag. Anything around that, you want to make a statement, you're more than welcome to do that. But just find another place for it. These guys that take knees, I heard college basketball, Tennessee, last week. They all took knees, and the God bless the school. They forfeited the game. They because they took knees and they go, you know what? Screw you guys. You're not going to play. You lose the game. That's a big move. But they should, because again, if you want to take a knee, go take it. Anything but the national anthem and the flag. And that's my feelings. And I told you, weeks ago, had a discussion with a gentleman who said he understood what I'm saying, but, they have the right to do it. That's what, freedom is all about. And I get that, but it's not even about the freedom. It's about the common sense. Because I promise you that you can make a good statement some other way besides doing it during the national anthem and having to do with the flag. I guarantee you could find other ways. The NBA, you want to make statements? Stop playing during the middle of a game and just take a knee for a second. Go ahead. I promise you, people are going to pay attention to that, especially your bosses who cut you paychecks. I promise you, they're going to pay attention to that. But no, you won't do it because you're making all that money, right? Meanwhile, us poor schmucks, have to deal with this stuff. Put up with it. And I feel bad for the sports fans because you got people losing interest. Just had to say that. So that was from weeks ago. But it's still, even last week I heard stuff. I mean, and I promise you there'll be something else going on sometime soon. Anyway, look, time flies when you're having fun, people. I want to thank everybody for coming in, listening, watching. Share. Again, please just do me a favor. As I said, go to YouTube and hit that subscribe button. Peter G Show. Just hit the subscribe button. I want to build that because if we jump from other places, YouTube is kind of still a constant and steady. And, even major shows, Ellen and all these shows, they all still got YouTube channels and this and that. So until things get even worse on those things too, I figure you might want to hook up over there. I know it takes a little effort to have to go onto YouTube and then press the button. But if you care enough, I'd appreciate it. Talking about appreciating it, I appreciate Bolt Energy for allowing me to be here. Bolt Energy, electrify your senses. No preservatives. If you can't find Bolt Energy, go to www.drinkboltenergy. Ask the Bolt Energy people, say, hey, where can I find this Bolt Energy that Peter G speaks of? And they'll tell you. It's all natural energy drink. Can't find that stuff in any other place. Again, I like the fact that it's no preservatives, no heavy crash, and it tastes good. All right? Love those guys because they know what I do and still believe in me. So I can't argue with that. Next week, we're going to play it by ear. I got things going on, but now I'm weary. So we'll just let's just wake up tomorrow. I want everybody to have a great week. I want to thank everybody for paying attention. And again, be kind. But mean what you say, as I tried to show an example tonight. I think it's important. You got anything you want to say to me, you can easily write me. So many people do. You can IM me. You can comment on the YouTubes or on the Facebooks. It's easy to get a hold of me nowadays. I do answer when I can, but, can't take every day just to sit around and talk. I'm kind of busy, but I will answer if you got something you need answering to, okay? Love you guys for that. I think that about does it, right? All right. Hey, and don't forget, if anybody knows what the hell Clubhouse is, why don't you write me something detailed, please? Give me an idea of whether I know where I'm going with that whole deal, because I've seen other people that claim to be going onto this Clubhouse, but I really just don't know what the hell it is, and I kind of want to know what it is, because if it's worthy of going on, then I'll say, hey, I think we need to pay more attention to this and see about, if it's going to benefit us and or you all. To make this show and reach more people and get bigger, better, badder. Love you guys. Don't take any shit from anybody, but again, be kind, be understanding. Life is too damn short. I'm grateful for every day. See you out there in the world. Stay tuned. We'll see you next week. All right. Don't be a party pooper. Be cool. Peace.
What sparked that divorce for you?
He hit middle age.
Honey boo boo. Nah, honey boo boo. She can do it. I
You're blessed.
Yeah.
He's on the line right here if you don't know. Just letting you know. Freaking hate. You have to go through the grind and just punching in and punching out.
This ain't good.
That began, a really incredible run.
Peter G Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad. Show.